All right, let's pick up where we left off. We have our container, and it has a margin on the left of 10%, margin on the right of 10%. And now we're going to add some divs so that we have 3 boxes inside this container. So I already have that copied, and I'm just going to paste it right here. Right, so let me tidy this. If you haven't already, this is really cool. Just click on this drop-down menu, format HTML, and it looks real nice and organized. So you can see I have div ID equals box1. So this is the name of this div basically that I'm going to be able to reference with my CSS. And my text inside is just box1. Same thing for box2 and box3. Right. So the important thing to remember is that these are inside of my container. All right. So over here, I've already set up my selectors. I have my box 1, box 2, and box 3 selectors. And I'm going to give these some background. So background red for the first one. All right, so all right, it's red. And maybe I can copy paste, make this go a little bit faster. Blue for my second one. And green for my third one. All right. So good. That's good. But it does not look like this. And why is that? What's going on? Well, here's where the magic happens. If you go to your container and you set up and you write display flex, you can see that now they're aligned horizontally next to each other. And that's huge. So it allows us to really, really easily organize our web page. But still, it's not like this, right? So what do we need to do to make it look like that? So you guys are familiar with our margins. I'm going to use my margins. And so my top margin, I'm going to say is going to be 20 pixels. My right margin, I'm going to say is going to be 2.5%. And I'm going to show you why later. My bottom is going to be 20 pixels. And my left margin is going to be 5%. Right? There we go. And I'm also going to give this a width. I'm going to give it a width of 20%. So now this 20% is 20% of the container. Right? This whole container is now considered like the full width. And now that 20%, since I have my box ID, my box tag is inside of my container, this is 20% of the container. And I don't have this saved. Let me save it and I can change my view. If I go to full page view and I kind of minimize this, you can see that this red box is going to change its size. And so it changes so it's always 20% of the width of the container. All right, that's pretty cool. So let me go back to my editor's view. And now I can see that I want to do a similar thing with my blue box. So I'm going to do margin. And I want the top again to be 20 pixels. I'm going to want the right to be 2.5%. I want my bottom to be 20 pixels. And this time I want my left to be 2.5%. All right, and this time I'm going to make my my width 30%. Okay, so let's think about why did I use 2.5 here and 2.5 here and 5 here? Well, this is my right, sorry, this is my left margin, right? This 2.5, this is my left margin and of my blue box. This is my right margin of my red box. All right, and those together, 2.5 and 2.5 make up 5%. All right, so let's stop there and we will continue with